I want to help you guys understand what training is and what training isn't. You know, a lot of times people think that if I watch a YouTube video or I go to a workshop that I'm doing training. That's like going for one 5-mile run. Like if I ran 5 miles today after work and didn't do anything for 2 weeks, am I actually going to get that much better? But can I tell you that I exercised? Yeah, I can tell you that I exercised, but training, right, and exercise are completely different. Learning and training are completely different. So consistency could be me going and walking a mile every day. That's really, really good. But if I start layering on other exercises and I do 3 sets of 10, or I do, 12, 8, 4, whatever it is, I'm getting repetition. I'm doing the same movement, the same exercise over and over again. Your training, your learning, and your development and how you are improving the overall execution arm of your brain is exactly the same thing. Role-playing effectively is not a 45-minute scrimmage in a role play of you doing the entire conversation, because that's literally the same thing as watching a YouTube video. You can't think in the moment. You're not getting reps when you role play the entire conversation. Role play should be 15 minutes or less. And it should be one aspect of your conversation or one transition or one objection, and it should be rapid fire. If I were role playing with you, we would work on whatever your biggest skill gap is in that one segment of that conversation. If it's the greeting and upfront contract, that's what we're gonna work on. If it's fact finding, 3 risks, closing, presenting, objection handling, whatever it is, we're gonna work on one objection. And we're gonna go back and forth for 10 minutes because I can get better in 10 minutes if I get 15, 20 reps. Where you really influence people is not what you say, it's how you say it. And so if I'm asking you an impact question around life insurance and I sound overly excited about you dying today, it's probably gonna sound a little awkward to you. You're probably gonna wonder, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he happy when he asks me if I'm dying? But if I show genuine concern, I slow my pace down and I bring the emotional level down, right? You're going to know that I care. You're gonna know that I'm talking to you and asking you about this because of the best interest that it has for you. Same thing at the end. If you don't get excited in your presentation, in your close, why should the other person be excited to do business with you? If you sound like Eeyore when you're asking them to do business with you, they're gonna probably respond like Eeyore and give you some kind of objection like, yeah, I need to think about it. Maybe next time. And so you have to be willing to practice. You need to remember, at face value, the customer's expectation is you're trying to sell them something. And the best way that I can teach you to regain control of the conversation is ask better questions. A lot of times when we get backed into a corner, we make statements. When I want to say a statement, I think about how can I turn the statement into a question? Because if I say it to you, you can perceive it any way possible. Could be good, could be bad. I don't control your perception, but when I ask it in the form of a question, it's now your response. You're the owner of the statement. All I had to do was ask the question. If I tell you, you have a family to protect, you have a duty, obligation, and responsibility as a father, husband, mother, whoever it is, you need to take care of your family. Some people might be like, yeah, you're right, I do, but a lot of people are probably gonna get a little upset with me and be like, how dare you tell? And I don't know about you, but I've never had anybody buy anything from me that was mad at me. But if I can turn it around and say, hey, I get it. This is something most people never want to think about. And I don't ever want anything to happen to me, but I bet you're a lot like me in that if, God forbid, something did happen, you want your family's lifestyle to remain exactly the same as it is today. Wouldn't you agree, or is that fair? Now, if you want to tell me that you really, really, really don't care about your family, it's you telling me that, not me telling you to do the right thing.